Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ms. Bella, and it's so lovely to have you here with me today. With over 15 years of experience in education, in bilingual programs and schools, I've had the pleasure of seeing thousands of young learners embark on their educational journeys. And one question I hear all the time from parents is this: is my child really learning a second language? It's a fantastic question, and one that deserves a closer look. Let's be honest, as parents, we want to see results. We're investing time, money, and hope into our children's education, and we want to see that pay off. We look for those concrete signs, those little moments where our child surprises us with a new word or phrase. And believe me, as teachers, we're looking for those moments too. They tell us we're on the right path and help us guide your child towards success. But language learning isn't like building with blocks, where you can see the tower getting taller piece by piece. It's more like growing a garden. It takes time, patience, and a lot of work happens under the surface before you see the first sprout. The real magic happens over several years. So, how do we know the seeds we're planting are actually growing? We look for evidence of growth in everyday moments. Think about it. Our daily lives are full of little challenges. Ordering a snack, asking for directions, sharing a funny story with a friend. These are authentic moments that require us to communicate to achieve something real. When we see a child use what they learned in the classroom to navigate a real-world situation, that's when we know true learning is happening. This brings me to something we educators get really excited about: formative assessment. I know, assessment sounds like a scary test, but stick with me. It's not about grades, it's about the journey. Formative assessment focuses on the richness of the learning process itself, not just the final product. It's a cycle that fuels itself. It starts with a trigger. This could be a problem to solve, a fun challenge, or a new gaming. For instance, imagine we're planning a class party. The challenge: we need to decide on the snacks, but everyone has to make their suggestions and vote in English. This is a real objective. Next, we observe. As the teacher, I'm not just sitting back. I'm listening carefully. Is a student using the right vocabulary for food? Are they able to form a question to ask a friend what they prefer? Are they hesitant, or are they jumping right in? I'm gathering all this information, not for a report card, but to understand where each child is on their path. Then comes the analysis. After observing, I reflect on what I saw. Maybe a few students are mixing up cookies and crackers, or perhaps one child is really shy and not speaking up, even though I know they know the words. This analysis isn't about judging, it's about diagnosing. It's about figuring out what support each student needs to take the next step. And finally, the most important part: we intervene. This is where the teaching magic happens. Based on my analysis, I can create a new, targeted activity. Maybe we all play a fun sorting game with pictures of cookies and crackers to clear up that confusion. For the shy student, I might create a smaller group activity where they feel safer practicing, or maybe I'll pair them with a supportive friend. This intervention ensures the process is always positive and enriching. See, trigger, observe, analyze, intervene. It's a powerful cycle that builds success step by step. Now, this doesn't mean we throw traditional tests and grades out the window. Those are what we call summative assessments. They give us a snapshot of what a student knows at a specific point in time, and that's valuable information too. The real power comes when we combine both. Think of it this way: the traditional test is like a final photo of the beautiful flower that grew. The formative assessment is the time-lapse video showing the entire process to seed sprouting, the stem growing, the leaves unfurling, and the buds slowly opening. By combining them, we get a complete picture. We can create a portfolio of a student's journey, filled with videos of them spontaneously ordering a pretend pizza in English, audio recordings of them telling a story, and yes, their test scores too. This big picture view allows us to celebrate their progress and support their real growth. This approach is amazing for any subject, but for a foreign language, it helps students learn to use the language naturally in real situations. And something else incredible happens during this process. students start thinking about their own thinking. This is called metacognition. They begin to notice what they know, what they struggle with, and how they learn best. They start reflecting on the world around them more critically. This builds incredible confidence. They're not just memorizing words, they're learning how to express themselves consciously and powerfully. So, let's go back to that big question. Is the English course worth it? My answer, without a single doubt, is a resounding yes. Knowing more than one language is a superpower. It opens doors you never even knew existed. It allows you to connect with people from different cultures, understand new perspectives, and influence the world in a bigger way. Your child becomes a protagonist in their own story, able to connect with communities far beyond their own. They don't just enrich their own lives. They enrich the lives of everyone they interact with. That's what being a true global citizen is all about. I know it can be frustrating if you don't see that return on investment in the first year, especially if your child doesn't have an immediate, concrete reason to use English every day. But trust me, those classes are building a crucial foundation. Think about a trip abroad. Suddenly, the world around them demands English. That's when you'll see all that classroom learning burst into action. Their performance will flourish because now there's a real need, a real challenge. But what if a trip isn't on the horizon? That's perfectly fine. Your child's teacher is your best resource. The performance reports, the little anecdotes, the examples of their work, these are all valuable clues about the amazing path they are on. This is why it's so important for schools to weave these opportunities into everyday school life. The journey of learning English adapts and grows with your child, from the simple songs in preschool to the complex debates in high school. By the time they finish their school journey, they won't just know a second language. They'll be equipped with the skills, the confidence, and the global mindset to be conscious, active citizens. They'll be the protagonists of their own stories and positive influencers in their communities. And that, my friends, is an investment that will pay dividends for a lifetime. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any more questions, please drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you soon.